Hey everyone, so you like the title of this video is about, is vegetarian being enough? So I know a lot of people that go vegetarian for the environment. I can see why you do that. And a lot of people go vegetarian for their health reasons because they figured out that meat, eggs and dairy is loaded with cholesterol, and your body actually produces its own cholesterol. It doesn't need an outside source. That's like saying, well, the body needs iron so I can shoot myself because there's iron in bullets. No, because there's a lot of bad stuff in there too. It's the same with cholesterol. The body produces its own cholesterol, and if you don't put any kind of cholesterol in there, and I'm living proof of this, being vegan for 6 years, my cholesterol levels are absolutely perfect because I don't put any kind of outside cholesterol in my body whatsoever. Meat, eggs and dairy. So being vegetarian, you're still loading yourself with this cholesterol. You're harming your body. So if you went vegetarian for your health reasons, you've missed that connection there. So I mean, Google it, YouTube it. Your body does not need an outside source of cholesterol. Now the government, the FDA, the meat industry will not agree with me. They'll say, oh, it's okay if you eat it moderately. No, you don't need any in your body at all. Zero cholesterol. I'm living proof of this. My cholesterol levels are perfect all the way across the board. I eat a lot of vegan junk food too, and I have perfect cholesterol. Come on, it's obvious, right? So, I was thinking, when I went vegetarian, right at the start, I went ethical vegetarian, if there's such thing. Well, I went vegetarian because I thought animals shouldn't have to die for me. Well, no one should have to suffer for me, right? So animals being killed, ripped away from their families and stuff, and killed, ripped to pieces, their life lost for my pleasure and taste. So that's why I went originally vegetarian. But any vegetarians watching today, thank you for making the ethical switch, if you did. And if you did it for the environment or for your health, please stick with me, because I just want to show you the hidden truths in the meat, egg and dairy industry that the world hides from you. And well, what can I say? I have a video that some animal rights activists took in Australia on a dairy farm. It's called The Waiting Room, and there's no blood, there's no violence in this video. It's safe to watch. And well, I'll just play the video. Look closely at the screen. What you are seeing is not a farm, nor is it a sanctuary. It is a waiting room. These are male calves, just hours or days old, confined to solitary cages. They represent the dairy industry's darkest, most inconvenient truth. We are taught that milk is wholesome, natural product. We see idyllic images on cartoons, but what happens to the babies that the cow must produce for us to steal her milk? In the kingdom of heaven, as we are called to understand that animals are not food, yet in the kingdom we are built here on earth. These innocent lives are considered little more than waste, a necessary disposable byproduct of our desire for dairy products. This video is not meant to shock you gratuitously, but to reveal hidden reality. It's a reality we must confront. If we are to claim any ethical integrity, we are here today to talk about these babies and the cost of our daily pleasure. A dairy cow, like all mammals, must give birth to produce milk. When the calf is female, she is often destined to follow her mother into a life of milk production. But when the calf is male, he poses a logistical and financial problem. He cannot give milk, and the dairy industry has little use for him. These young males are typically removed from their mothers almost immediately, often within 24 hours. This separation is traumatic for both mother and calf, a deep, agonizing loss that the industry simply ignores for profit. For the dairy farmer, the male calf is simply a debt, an animal that consumes resources without producing income. Many are sold into the veal industry, a practice of extreme confinement and iron-deficient diet designed to keep their flesh pale and tender. But for an increasing number, the journey is even shorter. They are kept in these small pens, often tied, unable to turn around or exhibit natural behaviour. They are not thriving, they are merely waiting. They are waiting because their bodies hold no value to the system that created them. They are the unwanted babies of the dairy supply chain. Look into their eyes. They are confused, scared, and alone. They crave their mother's warmth and milk, but instead they get a life of isolation and a formulated replacement. The reality is that many of these male calves, having served their sole purpose of triggering the mother's lactation, are shipped off to be slaughtered at a very young age, often just at days old. Some are killed on farm. They are not given life, only a brief, miserable existence terminated because they do not fit the commodity model. They are considered economic waste. Think about the word waste. We are talking about a sentient being, an animal with the capacity to feel fear, pain, and joy. But because their flesh is not deemed profitable enough for beef, they can't produce milk. Their life is deemed worthless. This is the hidden price tag on every glass of milk, every slice of cheese, every scoop of ice cream. It is the cost of a life traded for a moment of flavour. We are called to have dominion. Yes, but dominion means stewardship, not tyranny. It is a responsibility to protect, not a license to exploit and destroy. The cruelty we inflict here contradicts the deepest principles of compassion found in every spiritual teaching. The question we must ask ourselves is simple. Is the price of dairy worth the suffering of these babies? Is the monetary taste and pleasure of milk or cheese truly worth separating an industry that views life as waste? Is it worth funding a system built on forced impregnation, immediate familial separation, and the slaughter of infants? The defense is often convenient, or cost, or tradition. But when we know the source of the food is rooted in such intense, unnecessary cruelty, when we know these animals are not destined to be food, but are simply discarded, we are compelled to change. This is why we must choose the ethical veganism. It is more than a diet. It is an ethical baseline. It is a recognition of the secrets to the kingdom of heaven. The animals are not ours to use, but not for food, not for clothing, not for pleasure. It is a spiritual commitment to non-violence and compassion. By choosing veganism, we will remove our financial support for the entire cruel machine that treats these calves as nothing. We choose a path that aligns our plates with our deepest moral values. The power to end this suffering rests not with the politicians and corporations, but with us, the consumers. Every dollar we spend is a vote. When we purchase dairy, we vote for the continuation of these tiny cages and short, tragic lives of these male calves. When we choose a plant-based milk from oats, almonds, soy or coconuts, we vote for compassion. We vote for a future where a mother cow gets to keep her baby. We vote for a world where life is valued over profit. If you are watching this video and your heart is stirred, let the feeling be your conviction. Join the movement toward ethical veganism. Do not let the price of dairy be the life of an innocent calf. End your support for this cruelty, not just for your health or for the environment, but for the moral sanctity of life itself. Choose compassion. Choose vegan. The calves are waiting for you to make the right choice.